Okay. All right. So once again, Melinda Thomas with the Business Buzz Show. Today we're going to talk about where's the beef. Where is the beef that your customer has with you in your sales process? What is stopping them from getting beyond a certain point or frustrating them and causing them to either abandon their cart, ghost you when you send them a proposal? What are the things that you can do to eliminate these points of frustration or friction that will frustrate a customer to the point they don't want to do business with you? So, we're talking about the customer experience in the very beginning, in the sales process, and then after the sale. And interestingly enough, an article on Forbes says that 80% of companies say they offer their customers a super experience, and this is in quotes, and really strangely, only 8% of customers agree. So that's a huge, huge gap between what companies think and what customers think about the experience that they're provided. That is a great thing for you. There's a huge opportunity here. So you have the opportunity to eliminate those, to identify those points, eliminate them, and then dominate. Because if your business doesn't have any of those friction points, people will choose you. So why should you worry about this? Well, you might think that you really don't lose that many people when they get frustrated, but 10% of people, you'll lose 10% of your customers if they have a problem during their purchase. So let's say in your online business, they are trying to check out and they have a question. They don't know whether they need size large or size medium, let's just say in an item. And they can't seem to find any information on the site about it. They can't get a hold of anyone in customer service to ask that question. That is a point of frustration, and you'll lose 10% of customers right there. The next point of frustration could come during the checkout process. So let's say that, and I've just had this recently, I put in a phone number and it kept telling me it was not a valid sequence for the United States. And I'm like, okay. So I did it like 5 times. I was really committed to buying this product. So I was just like, but I was really frustrated. And as you can see, that part of the experience, I remember. Now the product is great. I'm glad I stuck with it, but I shouldn't have to. I really shouldn't have to. So you are going to lose 5% of your customers who are not as committed as I was. At that point, they'll be like, forget it. Forget it. There's like 5 other people who sell this product or service. I'm going to go check out their sites. The next point of frustration is something I'm sure you've experienced before, and that is the post-sale. So let's say you discover that, oh, you don't know how to set up something. This is probably true a lot of the times with any kind of electronics, right? But let's just say that you don't know how to set up this great new product you just got. So you call customer service and you're bounced from one department to another, and everybody keeps saying it's somebody else's problem or it's somebody else's area of expertise. You don't care, right? You really don't care. You just want an answer. And right there, you can lose 5% of your customers because they'll say to themselves, wow, this company doesn't have their act together, or I can't get any service. So if I either have to know what the heck I'm doing when I buy this product or not buy it at all from them. So 5%. So right there, those 3 points lose you 20% of your customers. That's a big number. If you look at 5%, you're like, okay, that's not so bad. It's bad. It can truly add up. And if you have more than 3 points of frustration in your process, then you're really putting a lot on the line. So what can you do? How can you identify these points? Because you, knowing your business as much as you do and as closely as you do, you're probably going, well, that's not, I know to check here or click this, or that, if I don't put in the numbers without a dash, it's going to kick it back to me. You know all those things, but so you're not necessarily going to be able to identify them the way somebody who is outside of your business can. So one of the things I suggest is ask your mom, ask your dad, ask your mom, ask someone who is outside of your business, who is brand new to your site or brand new to your service. Ask them to go through the process of, one, looking at your site or asking questions about your service. Ask them to go through the process of purchasing. And you can, give them your credit card to do it with, and you can obviously reverse it, but ask them to do all the steps that you're asking your customers to do. And when they're done, really do a great debrief with them. Say, what was frustrating? Where did you get stuck? What did you love? What did you hate? What was like a waste of time? Ask all these questions and any others you can think of, because that information is going to help you go back to your business plan, back to your site, back to your sales process, and look at where you can take that stuff out. Where can you smooth things over, make it super easy for somebody to spend money with you? I've experienced this so many times, and in some cases on a really big ticket item. There was something, a seminar I wanted to sign up for. It was $1,000. And I jumped through so many hoops. I had to call their customer service. Somebody who wasn't as committed as I was to being part of this seminar, somebody who didn't think it was as valuable as I did, would definitely have bailed. I mean, I certainly thought about it a few times. So it's super, super important. Another place where you could have somebody go through your process is your email sign up. So if you have a subscription list, which you should, and opt in for people, and let's say it offers you a free gift. So, you give them your email address and you get a free downloadable ebook or access to something, special. Make sure that somebody who is not you and not someone on your team goes through that and it works. So you just really want to test things out. And so that's one way, is to ask somebody outside your team. Another thing to do is read reviews. So if you have reviews of your product or service somewhere, if you put them up there, they're probably glowing. So I'm talking about reviews that might be on Yelp or Google or someplace that you can't truly control, which is good, because they're real. So go through those and see what people are saying. And if you don't have those, go see what's happening with your competitors. So read their reviews. Read the ones where people expressed some, either they loved something about this company, or something was hard or frustrating or wasn't as advertised. Because then you can go back to your particular business and look through to see if you have any of those things going on in yours. Those things are the things that are going to drive someone to someone else, to another company, to another service provider. So that's the second way that you can get some more information from people about what is happening without actually asking them. And the third one is to ask. The third one is to try sending a survey to customers who just purchased, or loyal longtime customers, and ask them super short questions. I'm always like, please don't make it longer than 2 minutes, but ask them very specific questions about different points of the sales process, or different points of using your product or your site, or whatever it is that you do or sell. Ask them, what do they love? What would they change if they ran the business? Those kinds of things are really valuable. And because they're so valuable, I really encourage you to offer them something as a thank you. This information, you would not have this information if they didn't go through take the time to take the survey. And as you know, we all have limited time. And anytime I see a survey come through for me that says, hey, you just purchased such and such, take this 10-minute survey. Oh, hell no. I'm not taking that survey. I don't have 10 minutes. And for what? So I can give you some new information. You know what? I just spent money with you. So how about you do something special for me? And that can be anything. That can be a discount. It can be a charitable donation. You can choose the charities that your business supports and say, which of these 3 would you like us to make a donation in your name? It could be a add-on, another product or service that, you just give them complimentary. Could be a gift card if you want to give them, like if your service is, something like plumbing and you just installed, let's say, a brand new heater, they're probably not going to need another heater from you in a while. Maybe that's a gift card to, from Amazon or Home Depot or someplace like that. So again, it doesn't have to be expensive, but you do have to appreciate them for taking the time to give you this really valuable information that's going to help you get more customers. So just to bring it all home, 80%, and my dog is now joining the show, 80% of companies think that they are doing a super job with the customer experience, but only 8% of customers think that. So there's really a lot of opportunity there. You want to make sure that you are giving your customers the easiest path to purchasing from you, for renewing, for doing business with you in any way, shape, or form. And you can do that by asking someone outside your company to go through the sales process or through your site. You can also read reviews, yours and other companies, and then take it back and look at your situation. And then third, you can ask your loyal customers, ask your 3 best customers, or even 3 customers who were not so happy. Ask them, how could you have done a better job? And they will be really grateful that you did, because you're going to give them something in return. Yes, you are. So that's today's show. This is the Business Buzz with Melinda Thomas, where you get some ideas, inspiration, and information to help you keep your business growing and make more money. So thanks so much for joining. Take care. All right, now I'm going to figure out how to end everything.